the audience here. They've been sitting down for almost, and standing up, and clapping, and stomping for almost 3 hours. 12-9. Ancho Malou. That is in. Rigg setting. Bergstedt. Malou is there. Harrison. Allen. 13-9 Rainbow.
Allen pulled on all the stops this time. He gets a set from Harrison. He hits from the back row, cuts it back across his body. Tough shot there. Pepperdine had the middle part of the court blocked with 3 blockers. That was their strategy before the game. Let's take away Allen's middle of the court shot when he hits from the back row. And Allen fooled him that time, cutting it back across his body. Nobody home for Pepperdine.
Malou again serving. Hart is there. Rigg. That's long. Aloha ball, game 4. Rainbow's 1 point away from tying the match at 2 games apiece. Into the game for Pepperdine for the first time comes George Thompson. Thompson, 6'5" freshman out of Rochester, Minnesota. This place is going crazy. And I wonder if it's a illegal sub. Thompson is not going in.
It's an illegal substitution, Jim, and it should be an extra timeout charged to Pepperdine. I'm surprised they weren't charged with a 3rd timeout.
Rainbows keep it in. It's over in game 4. Rigg put it in the net, and the Rainbows have tied Pepperdine 4-2, game 5. Hardy. Rigg back sets for Hart. Blocked at the net. Side out. Malou there. Damian Hardy there.
There's a fired up punch of Malou right there. Setters don't get many blocks, by the way, for obvious reasons. Their job is to set. But when you get a block like that, you tend to go a little crazy. It doesn't happen that often, and Punch, I tell you, is happy right now.
Rainbow scrambling, but Gonzalez could not get around Allen. And Malou could not retreat fast enough for it. So we go side out Pepperdine. And Robert Keller will now serve. Well, I tell you buy a ticket to this match, you get your money's worth. You really have gotten your money's worth. And Plum is not an easy place to sit in. I mean, it's not the most comfortable seat no matter where you are.
You know, Jim, I don't think I've seen any fans leave, though. They're all staying around. The excitement is there. Their support is there. It's a very well-educated crowd as well. They really know their volleyball.
That is in. Point for Pepperdine, 4-3. So the ace by Keller. And he will now serve to try to tie it here in game 5. Just over the tape. Allen. Side out Rainbow.
Allen picks up his 30th kill of the night. Boy, has he done a job for the Bows. He and Bergstedt and Hart, the 3 of them, every time you turn around, one of them is getting a kill. Jim, one of the keys in this 5th game is going to be who seizes the momentum. The Bows have got to use the home crowd to their advantage, and every time they get a chance to run a few points, they've got to take advantage of it.
Damian Hardy will now serve. Rainbow scramble back. Bergstedt.
Net violation by Pancho Malou that time.
Another net violation on the Rainbows, and they can't afford mistakes like that. That can contribute to the capturing of momentum.
That's right. It also negated the fine dig by Allen in the back row that time. The Pancho Malou right there. The setter's job at the net. You see him raising his hands there. Setter's job at the net is not to stuff block, not to become the big hero blocker, so to speak, but to go up and just take away an area and not make violations trying to do things that they can't do. And that time, I think Pancho just was a little bit anxious and tried to repeat his stuff block that he had before.
Pepperdine, I don't think they realize that they have the serve here. Now they do. Bergstead launches it. Maluo, that's out. Point, Pepperdine. 4-4. Bersenio. Side out Rainbow.
Excellent play call that time by Pancho Maluo. That's what's called a stutter step and a slide. Carlos Bersenio came right at Maluo that time, froze the center blocker, then slid behind for the easy side out.
Elliott blocked at the net. Bergstead blocked at the net. Bersenio, Maluo, Harrison blocked at the net. Side out Pepperdine.
And Jim, here's where Pepperdine's height advantage makes a difference. Their blockers at the net do not have to jump quite so high. They're taller. They'll have fewer net violations, but a team that's a little shorter that has to really bend down a lot or take a few steps and then to get a running jump. Pepperdine just stands, goes straight up, big block that time on the outside by Jared Elliott. And it's one of the best and most effective ways to score side out is that front line of defense with the big block, and Pepperdine does have one of the better blocks in the league.
So Doug Rigg will serve for Pepperdine, tied at 4 in game 5. Miscommunication in the front. That gives Pepperdine the lead at 5-4. But now Pepperdine has grabbed the momentum. They're going to try to keep it going here. Rainbows have to respond. Harrison. Side out. Rainbow. Todd Harrison of Iolani. So the Iolani volleyball program claims a star in Todd Harrison in his senior year here with the Rainbows.
You know, Jim, people often ask me why does Hawaii volleyball so successful? You know, the women's, we had 3 national champions this year in women's volleyball. And the men right now are going to be vying probably for a Final Four spot. Well, it all goes back to the high school programs, and 10 of 12 of the men on this team right here we're looking at are products of a local high school program.
Carlos Bersenio. Point Rainbows. We're tied at 5.
Give the credit to Bersenio for a tough serve, then caused the bad Pepperdine pass and the easy bow kill.
Bersenio serving. Rainbows, Harrison, Allen. 6-5, Rainbows.
Bows need 2 more points for that psychological 8-point switch point, Jim. Be interesting to see how they play right here, if they can press hard for 2 points, or will Pepperdine suck it up and come back?
Bergstead, that's long. 7-5, Rainbow. Timeout has been called by Pepperdine. Pepperdine able to ad-lib across. Wyoming Gonzalez. There's your 8. They'll switch sides now. Rainbows lead by 3.
Jim, there was that critical 8th point the Bows needed. Here's the outside set. The center blocker's frozen. Wyoming one-on-one. One-on-one. And he wins the battle. And look at his teammates. Damian Harney going to give him a big hug right after that. And if Glenn Ogawa were here from Waimea High School's high school coach, I guarantee he'd hug him too. Big, big point by Wyoming Gonzalez.
8-5, Rainbows game 5. Rainbows able to win game 1 and game 4. Pepperdine capturing game 2 and game 3. And now we're in game 5. Carlos Briseño serving. Rainbows with a 3-point lead. Rigg cross court for Hart, and that's inside out Pepperdine. That went right by Gonzalez.
Jim, that was the kind of play that those should have easily scored on. The ball was sent so far off the net, the blockers didn't even bother to block. It should have been a diggable ball.
Side out Rainbows. A mistake there by Root. Mark Root. That ball was actually long.
I think Root thought it might have been touched on the block. I'm not sure, but it's a very close ball there at the back. You're right, and Root just misplayed it. But again, we see momentum shift back to the Bows. There's the shot. It goes over the block. Root did, I think, you're right, take an out ball just then. Unfortunate play for the Waves. Momentum shifts back to the Rainbows.
8-5 in favor of Hawaii. Serving is Waiole Gonzalez. This has been a tremendous match. Bergstead, Rigg. Side out Pepperdine. That man again, Jeff Hart.
Jim, I continue to be amazed by Hart and Bergstead, the way they just keep on pressing. They are quite a duo for this Pepperdine Wave team. I don't know if there's any two better hitters in the country than these two guys.
Elliott serving. Maluo setting for Hardy. Side out Rainbow. Damian Hardy. Todd Harrison now will serve.
Jim, you notice the breaks for wiping up the floor are getting longer and longer as the match gets longer and longer. The players look forward to, there's a guy sprawling on the floor, causing a wet spot, but it's taking longer to wipe it up now. I think they're relishing that slight break.
And hit that time by Hart. 9-5 Rainbow. That ball just floated over the net by Harrison. And Hart got a late start on it, and then all of a sudden he never got there at all.
What the Bulls are doing now, Jim, is they're serving short to bring the Pepperdine passing formation up, and then they'll serve deep. And short then deep. But eventually you see if Harrison either jump serves here, a deep one, or serves it deep. Looks like he's going to jump serve. I think he's going to rip one right here and hope to score another point.
Rigg back setting for Hart. Waiole Gonzalez launches it, but it goes into the crowd. Timeout, or rather side out Pepperdine. Side out Pepperdine. 9-5. We've played now more than 3 hours. About 3 hours and 15 minutes into this match. And it has yet to be decided. We're in game 5. Gonzalez off of Root. Side out Rainbow. Maluo decided to go right over the net. Little stuff shot of his own here.
The last time that little backed up didn't work, and Root was right there that time. I'm surprised Root didn't make the play. The ball was hit right to him, and it just didn't pop up.
Alan Allen will now serve for the Rainbow men. They lead 9-5 in game 5. Bergstead, Rigg tries it, but right there is Alan Allen. Maluo goes cross court to Hardy. Elliott keeps it alive. Rigg back setting. Hart, side out Pepperdine. Hart again.
Jim, that's Hart's 30th kill, and you get the feeling that whenever Pepperdine digs a ball and Dougie Rigg can get his hands on it, he's going to find Hart. And there he finds him. Hart was in the back row, but Dougie knows that he's playing back right, and he sets him what's called a D set. That's way to the right side of the court, and Hart just buries it.
Maluo, good save there by Elliott. Bergstead gets it across. Allen, Maluo, Allen. Net violation. Net violation on Root. Side out, Rainbows. So the Rainbows get a break. Micah Mung gets ready to come back into the game. He comes in for Damian Hardy. Boy, Hardy's played well. Hardy has played well. So Micah Mung comes in. And he has one thing to do.
Serve in.
Serve in. Get the serve in. 9-5. Rainbows get the point here. They go to double figures.
This is a tough thing for a sub to come in cold like that. Mike, it's a very good serve. Forces Hart into a bad pass.
Side out Pepperdine. Bergstead.
But once again, Doug Rigg makes applesauce out of an apple, lemonade out of a lemon, takes a bad pass, turns it into a good set. And Bergstead gets a kill and finally gets a rest.
Bergstead, yep, goes out into the game. Comes server Paul White. 9-5, Hawaii, game 5. Crucial moments. Good serve by White. Waiole Gonzalez blocked, but it goes out. Rigg went up, got a hand on it, but the ball went out. Side out Hawaii. Pancho Malua trying to get Hawaii into double figures here in game 5 and point.
With Bergstead out of the passing pattern now, it should cause some problems for Pepperdine, but Hart takes over and gets a good pass.
Among. Allen into the net. Rainbow's confused there. Side out Pepperdine. And it remains 9-5, game 5. Rigg serving. Out long. Side out Hawaii. Mistake Pepperdine. Carlos Briseño. Hart long. Point. Rainbows. Now, Pepperdine is claiming block. It went off the block, and that is exactly what Bobby Clark is saying. And it will be side out Pepperdine. So the official, Randy Shaw, who is up, called point Hawaii, but Bobby Clark overruled him. Said he had seen the block. 9-5. Allen. Side out Hawaii. Damian Hardy getting ready to come back in. Comes back in for Mike Among. So Waiole Gonzalez with another opportunity to get the Rainbow men to double figures in points to 10.
Jim, an important thing here is that we've gotten stuck at 9-5 for quite a while right now. The team that scores the next point, I think, is going to have a definite advantage. They may get a couple or 3 in a row. It might come in a bunch. If Hawaii gets it, they may go to 10, 11, or 12. If Pepperdine gets it, they may close the gap and make this game a lot tighter. Meantime, they're finally going to their bench a little bit, and they get number 12 in, Mike Barker.
Waiole Gonzalez serving. Elliott into the net. Point Hawaii. 10-5. A 5-point lead by the Rainbows in game 5. So Waiole Gonzalez cozies up now to the end line, trying to keep the string alive. Rigg. Hart blocked at the net. Hart again. And stuffing it is Allen. Point Hawaii. 11-5 Hawaii. Rod Wild calls timeout Pepperdine. The potential of a Final Four team. No question. 11-5 Rainbows. Hart off the net, but side out Pepperdine, net violation. Or
no, Randy Shaw called a touch on the block.
Touch on the block, okay.
Then the bounce in the Bows side of the court.
Bergstead comes into the front row. Hart in the front row. Keller in the front row. Barker serves. Rainbows need the side back as quickly as possible. Allen, side out, Rainbows.
Pepperdine had their 2 best blockers that time, Hart and Keller, on Allen, and he snuck it through.
Todd Harrison, jump serve, in. Rigg at the net. For Hart, gets it across, Allen. Rigg again. And right there, Keller.
So that play may come back to haunt the Bows. They had an easy transition play there. If they had just played the ball up 1-2-3, instead they tried to put it over on 1. Pepperdine made a great dig, and they get the side out.
Hart serving. Maluo at the net. Hardy, it's in. Damian Hardy. Perfect spike. Nobody touched it.
There's a set by Malou. They thought he was going to dump it, so Keller goes up with him. Hardy's out there one-on-one with Rigg. And again, as we said many times before, that advantage goes to the hitter.
Allen serving. Rigg setting for Bergstedt off the block. Side out Pepperdine. Bergstedt again. Bergstedt and Hart continue to be a volatile duo. They just do not lessen in quality.
I think persistence might be a good word for those two as well. They just keep coming at you.
Hardy again. Damian Hardy. Side out Rainbow. And Hardy is having fun. He's enjoying this.
You know, he didn't play the first 3 games at all, Jim. He's come on the 4th and 5th games and really given the Bows a lift.
Hart. Rainbows cannot return it. Side out Pepperdine. So Pepperdine goes to Hart. They go to Bergstedt. Back to Hart. They alternate. They trail 11-5 here in game 5.
(11-5), Jim. As I said during the break, there's no safe lead. The key is to get the 12 points first, in my opinion. Pepperdine is very capable of coming back on the Bows here. They better not count their wins yet, because this Pepperdine team will not give up, I guarantee it.
11-6. Bergstedt ready to serve again for Pepperdine. Malou serving for Wiley Gonzalez off the block, but there is Hart. Rigg, nice set again. Wait a minute. Point is called. Point for Pepperdine. Point for Pepperdine, and timeout has been called by Alan Rosehill. Bersenio, that's off the block, side out Rainbow.
Very big side out for the Bows that time, Jim. Pepperdine had run 2 straight points. They'd gone from 11-5 to 11-7. The Bows needed that side out after a timeout badly.
What a serve by Malou. That just cleared the tape. And Hart could only get a hand on it. Went back underneath the net. 12-7 Rainbows.
Jim, that serve acted as if when it got over the top of the net, it had lead in it. It just dropped out. The bottom dropped out, very much like a sinker in baseball or a knuckleball. It just all of a sudden dives for the ground. Bows get that magical 12 point. The last 3 will be hard to get, but usually the team that gets to 12 first in the 5th game wins it.
12-7, Rainbows lead by 5. Another serve. That's off of Bergstedt. 13.
Jim, of all people, the guy who's literally carried the Waves tonight, besides the setting of Doug Rigg, Bergstedt and Hart shanked the last 2 passes, and they couldn't have been bigger heroes tonight.
Rigg with another excellent set. Elliott is blocked by Harrison, but it goes outside out Pepperdine. 13 for the Rainbows, 2 short of winning this grueling match. Here it comes. Rainbows will return it. Side out Rainbows. Bergstedt just missed hitting.
Bows very fortunate that time. Hart had an easy kill over the net. Allen made the saving dig. Wiley Gonzalez ended the play with a fine off-speed hit in the middle of the court. Bows get a side out and a chance to increase their 13-7 lead.
We've gone for 3.5 hours in this match. 13-7, game 5. You're looking at Rod Wild, the coach of Pepperdine. Jump serve, Bersenio. Hart. Point, Rainbow. Aloha for the match. Aloha point for the match.
One of the very few times that Hart has been blocked tonight, and the crowd is on its feet. They're taking their stretch right now. Standing ovation for the Bows and Carlos Bersenio.
Tom Parr, number 9, comes in. Bersenio gets it across. The set, Bergstedt Side out Pepperdine. So Pepperdine backed up to the edge of the cliff. Pepperdine with their back to the wall. They say not yet. Not quite now.
People talk about great comebacks in volleyball, Jim, and I remember a few years ago, Stanford leading in the 5th game in women's volleyball, leading UCLA 12-4. In the 5th game, UCLA came back and won at 15-13. I don't think Stanford's recovered since. They had trouble with the Bows this year in Indianapolis as well.
Maluo setting. Allen. Pancake dig, but they won't return it. Pancake dig by Rigg, but then Keller mishits. Aloha ball. Pandemonium. Viola Gonzalez. Rigg. Hart. Block. It's over. How sweet it is. The score in this game that goes 3.5 hours. The match finally over. Rainbows win the first. Pepperdine wins the second and the third. Rainbows come back with their backs to the wall, having to win 2 to win the match. They do just that.